Yeah. Y'all watching the Grindethiks mixtape show, and I'm your host, Viktory BX Supreme Promoter. Basically, nah, me, nah, I'm Shane. Basically, yeah. Y'all watching new episode of the Grindethiks mixtape show. Um, Yeah, man. Anybody that like this episode of Grind Ethics, I'd be very grateful if anyone could like or smash the like button or subscribe. But when you do subscribe, ring the bell and also comment if you like it. Also, if you definitely like the episode or this episode, I'll be very grateful if anyone could shoot me a small friendly donation. It doesn't have to be nothing crazy. Grind Ethics Cash app. The link is down below. Right now, I'm asking for donations, in regards to Grind Ethics on behalf of Grind Ethics because I'm about to go on a Grind Ethics tour, basically, around the country. You know what I'm saying? my first my first trip is Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia. So if anyone can help me with my trip to Atlanta, Georgia, let me know or shoot me a donation. And what I'm going to do on my trip is run around and interview people. I'm gonna interview different people in Atlanta. I already have some people aligned that I already have some people set up already that I'm going to interview, but I also want to spontaneously interview other people from Atlanta. I want to interview a black millionaire. That's one of my goals when I go to ATL because I've been hearing that ATL is such a black Wall Street or is a black Wall Street of some type. So I want to know what the hype is about. And one of my goals is to actually or if I could either spontaneously or set up a goal, set up an interview with an actual black millionaire, that'd be great. I never met a black millionaire in my life before. I met, melanated people that have like maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars, but I never met a millionaire before, a black millionaire. Um, but yeah, I like to interview a black millionaire. But yeah, but definitely, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. That's one of my projects is to organize this grind ethics tour, and plus this is a way for me to have fun, to be more freer, you know what I'm saying, to learn more at the same time. And if you're a business and you want to sponsor my grind ethics tour, let me know, you know what I'm saying. uh Hit me up on Instagram, DM me on Instagram, and let's talk business. All right, and definitely send me your number or whatever so we could talk business. Anyway, this episode of Grind Ethics, I want to talk about one of the characters or the main character of the movie Warriors back in 1979 when I was born, Osiris. Yes, I want to talk a little bit about Osiris. He was kind of a main character in a way, but he had like a short feature in the movie. But the movie, but the whole movie was kind of based on him because it was based on his. Because in the movie Warriors, y'all know that he got killed by one of the gangsters or one of the gangs that he, you know, that he called on in the little meeting in Van Cortlandt in the Bronx, right? He got killed by one of them, right? And the whole movie was about revenging the death of Osiris, even though Osiris wasn't even in the whole movie. He was just in the beginning of the movie. But his character, as a little kid watching the beginning of the Warriors and watching Osiris speaking, it was kind of to me it was kind of profound. You know what I mean? Like he was my whole thing is as a grown man still watching the clip of Osiris speaking to all the gang members or all the gangs or all the people in Van Cortlandt Park, I asked myself, who is Osiris? It would have been interesting if the Warrior movie had like a little backstory of Osiris, or would have been more interesting if they had like a separate related movie just talking about the backstory of who the hell Osiris is, or who he was, or how he became such a profound leader. You know, because to me he was a profound leader. You know, I mean, did he read any books about different other leaders? I mean, did he had, clearly he had knowledge of self. You know what I'm saying? Uh, like what was it about Osiris? What made Osiris Osiris? Did y'all anybody that watched the movie or watched Osiris in the movie Warriors, have you ever asked yourself that question? What made Osiris Osiris? You know, what made Osiris Osiris? Did he read a lot of books? You know what I mean? Did he read countless of books? Did he get locked up as a kid or as a young adult and change his life around? I mean, and became a smart gangster or an intelligent gangster? Because to me, Osiris wasn't a hoodlum. Like he brought all the hoodlums together, all the thuggish gangs together, and all that in one place. But to me, Osiris wasn't really what you call a gangster. He wasn't, to me, he wasn't really he definitely wasn't a thug in my eyes. He was just a profound leader that had some type of magnetic pull to bring mad people together all in one place. Pull on self, that's my phone. Huh. Yeah, I still got a alarm line. I'm a dinosaur. But yeah, have you ever wondered, man, who the hell is Osiris? You know, to me, Osiris reminds me of a Tupac, or he reminds me of the leader of one of the leaders of the Crips, Tookie, or even Raymond Washington. He reminds me of both of the leaders of the Crips, Raymond Washington and Tookie. You know, he reminds me of different type of leaders. You know, he kind of reminds me of a Hannibal Barker. You know, who was who was an African general in North Africa years back. You know, he reminds me of a Mansa Musa. He reminds me of a Mansa Musa. You know, and what I don't know. I'm a deep thinker. I'm just a deep analyzer. I'm like, yo, how the hell Osiris have so many goons around him? How the hell he managed to have so much security around him? Like, does he sell drugs in the low? Maybe that's what pays his security and his well-being. Does he have legit businesses on the side? Maybe he's a legit businessman. I don't know. And you know who else Osiris remind me of? He reminds me of King Solomon. The story of King Solomon, a wise king. Yeah, he got luxuries around him. He got security guards and different assistants and women and you know. But you know what? But what makes him him? You know. Yeah, he kind of reminds me of King Solomon in the Bible. You know, or King David, a man with such wisdom, a man with great wisdom. You know. That's why I was wondering, you know, because you do have Osiris's in different people in different parts of the planet. You know, to me, Fela Kuti was like an Osiris. Fela Kuti was basically the founder of Afro beats. Not today's Afro beats, but Afro beats back in the days, back in the 60s or 70s, which is a genre that's a mixture of blues and funk music. Fela Kuti was really into the voodoo stuff or the juju, and he challenged spirits, and he became a leader. I don't know if it was written that for him to become a leader, but he became a leader while he was alive, and he had many women. You know, to me, he reminded me of a Osiris, and he reminded me of King Solomon. of that day of time. You know? So they should have done a separate movie. I felt like they should have done a separate movie outside of Warriors talking about just Osiris, how he became the man that he is today. You know, that's interesting. You know what I mean? Wouldn't you find that interesting? You know, do you find that interesting? You know what I mean? Or some of y'all just don't give a fuck. Yeah, some of y'all be like, yo, Victory, man, you smoke too much motherfucking trees and you got too much motherfucking time in your hands. You know? Maybe you do need a job. You know, maybe you do need a little job to occupy your time and occupy your brain because you think too much, my nigga. Oh man. But anyway, I'm out, yo. Yo, how do you see Osiris in the movie Warriors? And what leader in real life, what real life leader does he remind you of? It doesn't have to be a black leader. It could be a white leader or Asian leader, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. It's not about skin complexion, you know, or so-called race, which does not exist. I hate that word race. Anyway, what do Osiris once again remind you of? What leaders, real life leaders in the past and today does he remind you of? You know? And do you feel like they should have done a separate backstory movie of Osiris? Or do you think they should have made a little tiny backstory on how Osiris became Osiris? You know, in the movie Warriors. Anyway, I'm out. If you like this episode of Grind Ethiks, definitely click on the like button, smash the like button, subscribe, comment if you like this episode. Also, I'll be very grateful if you hit me with a small donation because I'm trying to do this Grind Ethiks tour. Like I said, the first stop is Atlanta, Georgia, the ATL. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm out, y'all. And remember, peoples, tell a friend and tell a friend. That's all about the motherfucking grind. Basically.